Hi, everybody. Douglas V. Gibbs, Mr. Constitution here. And we're hearing in the news that states are uh, coming into a mutual cooperation with each other. I was watching an interview with Kristi Noem, the governor of South Dakota, and she was discussing how she's sending National Guardsmen to Texas to help Texas with their border enforcement, and that other states are sending police officers and National Guards to Arizona and Texas in a mutual cooperation to help them with their border security and enforcing the immigration laws. Is that constitutional? Is that allowed? First of all, when it comes to immigration law at the national border itself is a federal authority. When it comes to illegal aliens, once they're in the country, it becomes a concurrent authority. In other words, both the federal government and the states have authority over it. The states are entitled to remove persons that are not supposed to be in their states because they are illegal aliens. They've broken the law. They are totally allowed to detain and process those people. Now, that said, what about this thing about the states getting together and working together? Because here's the thing. In Article 1, Section 10, it says that no state shall enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation. In the very beginning of Article 1, Section 10, and then in the final paragraph of Article 1, Section 10, it says, no state shall, without the consent of Congress, lay any duty of tonnage, keep troops, or ships of war in time of peace, enter into any agreement or compact with another state. Now, this was the understanding that prior to the Constitution, the states were like their own little countries, independent, autonomous, individualistic, sovereign entities. They came together into a union, a voluntary union, to be a country, the United States of America. The federal government was established to handle the things that a centralized government in a country would normally handle, the external issues or issues that has to do with the union itself, such as preserving the union, protecting the union, which would include protecting the national border. And there are actually clauses in the Constitution that says that the federal government must protect the states from invasion. So does that mean, based on what we read and the formation of this country and this union and the federal government, that the states can't get together into any agreement at all? Well, they can have mutual cooperation. They can look out for each other. They can help each other because the internal issues are the states' issues. The federal government's not supposed to be involved in internal issues and involved in what is best for the order and prosperity of the state, unless the state allows it. And if the states need assistance from each other, that's okay. For example, in 1817, James Madison vetoed a public works bill called the Bonus Bill, which would have allowed the federal government to fund roadways. The reason why is because funding roadways, like the Interstate Act that Eisenhower had signed, is actually unconstitutional. The roads and things like that is totally up to the states. It's up to the states to take care of their own internal issues. If they need help from other states or they want to have a mutual cooperation so that highways meet each other properly at the border, that's fine. Just as long as it's not a compact or confederation, something that creates an internal country within the country, so to speak, where states are teaming up against other states or something like that. And that's not what this is. It's mutual cooperation, and the mutual cooperation is okay. It's constitutional, just as long as it doesn't cross that line into a confederation or an alliance. So I hope that clears that up, and I'm very happy that states like South Dakota, Kristi Noem, is looking out for Texas and Arizona. And I'm glad that states are beginning to exert their state authority, their states' rights. Because remember, the states created the federal government, not the other way around. The states created the federal government to serve the states, not rule over the states. The federal government was a creation of the states by their delegates through the Constitutional Convention. The states are supposed to be the parents over the federal government. I know everybody wants to throw the supremacy clause around, and I'll do a video on the supremacy clause real soon. But that does not mean that the federal government is supreme over the states on everything. You read the supremacy clause only on constitutionally authorized issues. Otherwise, none of the federal government's business. And remember, the states, as the creators of the federal government, as the parents of the federal government, have authority to dictate to the federal government. They have the authority to nullify federal law. I remember I did a video or a article, I can't remember which, and someone says, it was a comment that I made, and someone who's on the left says, well, you were okay till the end where I mentioned nullification. No, nullification is totally constitutional. In fact, Thomas Jefferson discusses it in his draft of the Kentucky resolutions. And that's another video we may make in the future, and I have done it in the past. The states, as the creators of the federal government, are the final arbiters of the Constitution, the parents over the federal government, and may nullify, and they may work together. They may have a mutual understanding like they do right now. All right, thanks for watching. DouglasVGibbs.com, PoliticalPistachio.com. I'm on my way to do a class this morning, so I need to get out the door. Hopefully everything's going well for you. United we stand, combined we kick butt. God bless America, and my friends, God bless you. We'll see you next time.